We have a massive return, a high-stakes infiltration, and a blackmail plot that is going to rewrite history. The bombshell reveal right out of the gate: the incredible actress, Kelly, is officially bringing Serena back to town, and she is stepping right into the middle of the most dangerous, high-stakes rescue mission we have seen in years. Are you kidding me right now? Serena is back. The legacy, the history, the sheer presence of this character returning to save Liesel from that dungeon is everything I did not know I needed. I am both terrified and absolutely here for it. But to understand why Serena is suddenly parachuting into this absolute disaster zone, we have to talk about Carly. You guys know I love her. But Carly is working my last nerve right now. This woman has the audacity to completely ignore every single logical warning thrown her way. Valentin sat her down in her own house, looked her dead in the eye, and told her that marching up to the island to look for Jocelyn without a solid plan was going to get them all killed. He told her to be careful, to play the game right, and to use their mysterious contact. And what does Carly do? She completely ignores him, goes rogue, and marches right into the lion's den, immediately bumping into Ross and putting a massive target on her own back. Carly's impulsiveness is exactly what forces Valentin to pivot, because he knows that if he does not take control of this narrative right this second, Carly is going to blow the whole operation and get Liesel and Jocelyn permanently erased from existence. So, seeing that Carly is being way too impulsive and reckless, Valentin secretly reaches out to an old, trusted ally. Enter Serena. My jaw hit the floor when I realized Valentin and Serena were teaming up. When you look at the history of these two, it is a masterclass in manipulation, espionage, and sheer intelligence. Valentin knows he cannot rely on Carly's bull in a china shop routine, so he brings in the big guns. Serena does not just show up with a friendly wave and a smile. She arrives in town carrying highly classified, top-tier intelligence on the entire criminal network run by Ross. She has the blueprints to his illegal empire, she knows exactly how his syndicate operates, and she is ready to burn it all to the ground to save Liesel. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me circle back to Ross and this whole ridiculous cold fusion project. Ross is currently losing his mind because his operation is drawing way too much heat. He is desperately trying to force Liesel to finish the complex scientific work that Britt started, and he is feeling the pressure of the impending deadlines and the police closing in. So, what do Valentin and Serena do with this incredibly valuable information? They orchestrate the most brilliant, sophisticated Trojan horse plan I have ever heard of. They are going to infiltrate the mansion by posing as high-rolling, wealthy potential investors who want to sink millions of dollars into this exact cold fusion project. It is absolute genius. They are walking right through the front door, bypassing all the security, and using Ross's own greed against him. The execution of this plan is where the hype goes entirely off the charts. Serena is taking on the role of the ultimate distraction. She is using every ounce of her charm, her sharp wit, and her undeniable intelligence to completely mesmerize Jens. And let us not forget the psychological state of Jens right now. This psycho just shot Lucas multiple times in the chest at point-blank range at the Memorial Tennis Court construction site, thinking he committed cold-blooded murder, only to find out Lucas was wearing a bulletproof vest and set him up. Jens is currently a desperate, unhinged fugitive who is furious about his stolen blackmail files. He was arrested, he escaped, and he is a walking time bomb. Serena has to look this highly dangerous, paranoid man in the eye and play him like a fiddle. Are you kidding me right now? The sheer bravery it takes for Serena to keep Jens occupied with investor small talk while he is actively threatening to execute Liesel is staggering. While Serena is putting on the performance of a lifetime upstairs, keeping Jens completely blinded by her charm, her fake money, and her dazzling intellect, Valentin is doing what Valentin does best. He is slipping into the shadows, navigating the hidden corridors of the massive estate, and making his way down into the dark, damp cells to find Liesel. Chills. I mean, just picture the cinematography of this sequence. Valentin creeping past the armed guards, the ticking clock echoing in the background, knowing that if Serena slips up for even one single second, Jens will snap and they will all be trapped. Valentin's entire motivation right now is fueled by a desperate need to fix this catastrophic mess and get Liesel and Jocelyn out alive before Carly accidentally gets them all executed with her loud, unplanned antics. And let us talk about the emotional state of Liesel down in that cell, because my heart is breaking for her in a million pieces. She is currently enduring the darkest psychological torture imaginable. She just had to sit there in the freezing cold and listen to Cassius confess the most horrific truth. He is not actually Nathan. He is Nathan's secret twin brother who completely stole his life, his face, and his identity. Liesel is utterly shattered, mourning the loss of her beloved Nathan all over again, while simultaneously being threatened with death by Jens if she does not complete the cold fusion formula. She is at her absolute lowest point, completely devoid of hope, totally unaware that Valentin is currently picking the locks to her nightmare, while Serena is upstairs playing a deadly game of chess for her life. But just when you think this infiltration is going perfectly, just when Valentin is inches away from opening that heavy metal cell door, the biggest bombshell of the entire week drops. I am literally screaming at my screen just thinking about it. The plan hits a massive, catastrophic roadblock. Cassius, the fake Nathan, is roaming the halls of the estate, and he accidentally crosses paths with Serena. And here is the kicker. Cassius recognizes Serena from his past. My jaw hit the floor. Of all the people in this massive, convoluted web of lies and deceit, Cassius knows exactly who Serena is, and he immediately realizes that she is not some random wealthy investor interested in a science project. He knows she is running a con, he knows she is tied to the rescue, and he threatens to expose the entire mission right then and there. This man has the audacity to stand there and threaten Serena. I am so incredibly frustrated with Cassius right now. He has already destroyed Liesel's sanity by parading around with Nathan's face. He helped Jens escape from the police by faking an injury. And now he wants to ruin the only chance Liesel and Jocelyn have at surviving this hostage situation. He is working my last nerve. Cassius thinks he holds all the cards. He thinks he can just blow the whistle, alert Jens and Ross, and watch Valentin and Serena get dragged down into the dungeons too. He is standing there with that smug, stolen face, thinking he has completely outsmarted one of the most brilliant, resourceful women to ever walk into this town. But Cassius severely underestimated who he is messing with. Serena does not panic. She does not beg for mercy. She does not run away. Instead, she looks right back at this imposter, squares her shoulders, and drops a nuclear bomb. Serena uses a massive, earth-shattering secret about her own family to blackmail Cassius right back. Chills. I mean, the absolute power move. She essentially tells Cassius that if he breathes a single word of her true identity to Jens or Ross, she will expose a dark, hidden truth about her family that will completely destroy whatever leverage or endgame Cassius is working toward. She traps him in his own manipulative game, forcing him to keep his mouth shut and allowing the rescue mission to proceed without him sounding the alarm. Let us unpack this for a second, because I am losing my mind trying to figure out what this family secret could possibly be. Serena comes from a legacy of wild, unpredictable history. What kind of skeleton is hiding in her family closet that is so massive, so dangerous, that it can instantly silence a psychopath like Cassius? Does it have to do with hidden fortunes? A past crime that links her family directly to the syndicate Ross is running? Or does it tie back to Cassius himself and the true origins of his twin identity? The writers are digging deep into the archives for this one, and I am here for every single second of it. Serena weaponizing her own family's dark history to save Liesel is the kind of soap opera perfection that keeps us all glued to our screens year after year. You heard it here first, I'm calling it right now. This family secret is going to change the entire landscape of the show for the next 6 months. Serena is not just dropping this blackmail to get past Cassius in the hallway. This is going to bleed out into the main storyline and cause massive shockwaves. I predict that Cassius is going to be so terrified of this secret getting out to the public that he will actually be forced to switch sides and actively help Valentin get Liesel out of the cell. Serena has completely flipped the power dynamic, and Cassius is going to become their unwilling pawn. Mark my words, Serena is going to walk out of that mansion not just as a hero who saved the day, but as the new ultimate power player in town who holds the strings to everyone's future. And let me make another bold prediction about Carly, because we all know she cannot just sit quietly on the sidelines. When Carly finally realizes that Valentin and Serena pulled off this massive, elegant heist while she was busy stumbling around the island making a mess and arguing with Ross, she is going to lose her mind with jealousy and frustration. Carly hates being left out of the loop, and seeing Serena swoop in and flawlessly execute a plan is going to drive her crazy. But right now, all that matters is that Serena is back, she is brilliant, and she is taking absolutely no prisoners. The stakes have never been higher. The acting from this entire cast is going to be phenomenal, and this Windermere rescue mission is going to go down in history as one of the best suspense sequences we have ever seen. Alright, you guys, I need to know what you think about all of this. Drop your comments down below right now. What do you think this massive family secret is that Serena is using to blackmail Cassius? Do you think Carly is going to accidentally ruin Serena and Valentin's perfect plan at the last second with her impulsive behavior? And how incredibly hyped are you to see Serena face off against an unhinged Jens? Let me know all your wild theories. Smash that like button if you are as caffeinated and excited as I am. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an update on this absolute roller coaster of a storyline. Until next time, stay soapy.